Last night, I was feeling a little weird, and my mind was like, I guess, analyzing and going over and over. And I was feeling kind of like a slump almost. But the exact thing that was running through my mind is what I found in a verse from the Bible. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, I was going through this thing over and over in my head and over again. And I usually have pretty good intuition. But there was just something pulling at my heartstring, and just I couldn't figure it out what it was. And I asked my spirit guides, let me know what this is. What am I feeling? And then something, it was like a small voice or a thought that ran through my head. They said, grab that little brown Bible, because I keep like my Quran, I keep a Bible near my bed on the table where I sleep. So I picked up this little brown Bible right here, the Good News Testament. It's a testament. And all I did was like open it like this. And I looked down, and it was talking about exactly what was going on through my mind. And in my heart, I was wondering, why do people who do not know you, not even know you, just hate you for no reason, no explanation, just hate you? And then I turned to John 15:18, just open up. And it says, if the world hates you, just remember that it has hated me first. If you belong to the world, then the world would love you as its own. But I chose you from this world, and you do not belong to it. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. Slaves are not greater than their master. If people persecute me, they will persecute you too. If they obey my teachings, they will obey yours too. But they will do all this to you because you are mine. And it was like it was just speaking to me as though this Jesus was just speaking directly and telling me, hey, as long as a person is in the world and doing the worldly things, like out there being promiscuous or doing all the things that the world does, the world will love them. But if you're trying to do right, they will hate you. They will lie on you. They will betray you. And then he says that I have taken you out of the world. But he also goes on to say, before those that hate you, I will lift you up and glorify you. He said, don't worry about those people and what they're doing in the world, because what I have for you is greater than what they'll ever know. And then they will sit back in their worldly state and watch you be glorified. After that, tears just started to stream down my face. And I had to tell everybody that I deal with or know, only 5 people, most of them family members. I sent a recording letting them know what I had just experienced. And then soon I went to sleep. I think I fell asleep maybe about 9:30. And when I went to sleep, I had this dream. I was lying in my bed. I could see myself lying in my bed. But One of my friends was in the room, sitting in a chair. Someone I deal with or appear with sometimes in videos was sitting in a chair. And I sat up in the bed and I looked over, and there was this like a water heater wrapped in what do you call that? So insulation. But then I saw something trying to eat from the other side through the insulation. And I was watching it. And then I saw like a little snout. And then after a while, the hole opened all the way up. And the person that was sitting in a chair jumped up. Because what it was this strange looking rat, but it had like white fur and brown dots on it. It just looked weird, but it was a rat. So the person that was sitting over in the chair next to me ran over, opened a door for the rat to run out. But instead, the rat jumped on me, and the person ran the other way. Let out a screech like a female and went and sat down in the chair and started kicking. And rat had jumped on me, so I was like fighting. And when I woke up, my heart was just pounding, pounding, pounding. So then I couldn't go back to sleep at all. So actually, I called the person that had been sitting in the chair, and there was no answer. It was getting late. Then by this time, it was maybe about, I'm thinking like 2:30 in the morning. And I usually wake up around 3:30 anyway, and get downloads from my spirit guides and the Most High. And so after that night, I kept calling. Maybe something's wrong. Maybe something's wrong. That's what I was thinking. Because I know when you have a dream that has rats in it, someone near you is either sick or those people kind of make you feel weird sometimes. It can even mean that the people that are nearest to you and hang around you carry bad energy and will soon betray you. So the rat, it has interpretations, but most of the time it's not a positive type thing. And it even goes on to say that if you have a rat dream, sometimes the people you're telling your business to or sharing your business to are exposing or telling everyone else your secrets. And it's like, I always had like a little intuition telling me that this person talks a lot and tells a lot of my business. So that dream kind of confirmed it, but I even got a double confirmation. I kept seeing the number 555, and I mean repeatedly. And I was also seeing 511 and then 611. I'd already also seen 1111. One in itself is like a very powerful number. But then the 555 that came in triple digits is a very strong indicator that I needed and am going to go through a change. That means I need to open up my mind and welcome in the new. And those old things that no longer serve me in a positive way needs to be released. Otherwise, go with the flow of things, because your angel guides and your spirits are guiding you to better things. So I saw the 555. I said, okay, I know that means change and to get rid of some old things. But I kept going back to this dream and who was in my dream next to me and how the rat had jumped on me. And I thought about, how do I feel in real life when I'm around this person? I feel jittery. I feel nervous, sometimes agitated or aggravated. I'm the kind of person I'll keep smiling even if you get on my last nerve. And and I remember I was in the car and he kept jerking the car and kept hitting the brakes and kept hitting bumps. And so I can't stay in a car for long or I start having spasms and I'm in bed like 2 days in a row after getting out of a car. Like right now I'm having a spasm, but I'm going to work through it. And my son, he comes to me, he said, Mama, let me talk to you. I say, what's that? He said, you don't have to get in the car and ride along with that particular person. If that particular person has errands or something that you need to be run, just let the person hold the car and go run the errands, because you're only a little bit, almost to 2 months just out of surgery. I mean, major surgery on your spine. Yes, some days you feel good, but when you go overboard, then you're in bed like 2 or 3 days. And so I tried to reach the person and let them know that again. And I did get quite agitated. And the truth is, I left some nasty messages. I really did. And it stems from that gut feeling that you have, like when you see red flags and that you know that in somebody that's close to you or around you. I don't know if y'all all feel that or not, but you can almost tell when there's a person that's close around you. It's something in your gut telling you that something is not right, that they are either betraying you or I get this all the time, and I've had it since I was a little girl, and usually my intuition is on point. And then I started thinking back. When I first met this person, I saw red flags. And it was my son. He said, oh, Ma, give the person a chance. You're just being paranoid. I say, no, it's something in the gut of my stomach telling me no, no, no. I say it looked like a demon coming at me because they pursuing me too hard and something wrong with that. But going back to the dream, that dream confirmed I have to listen to my intuition. That intuition, I call it God giving me a message through his spirit guides, his helpers, telling me, girl, you need to step back a little bit, listen to the voice of God and what he's telling you. And the angels communicate with you through numbers. You can call them spirit guides or angels. When you start seeing repetitive numbers, they trying to get you a message. And honey, I was seeing 555, 555, 555, and then 511, 511, back to back. Then all of a sudden I start seeing 611. That means something new needs to be brought into your life. That something old in your life is no longer working for the positive. And the angels are telling you, do not be afraid of change. And then when I read that about the world, so you go into a place and you won't be able to take everybody with you because I pulled you Beside out of worldly things, I got something else for you to do. Something of importance that will glorify the Most High. God, and He wants to use you. So if they hated Jesus, they go hate you, because God has something for you to do. And I was like, Lord, okay, we know that the rat means somebody close is sick. It could mean mental illness or it could mean physical illness. It also means certain people make you feel weird. It gives me something in my gut feeling. I mean, like that gut feeling telling you like, something is not right about this. Something is right and you better listen, because if that person is sick with something that they don't got out there, they could possibly come back and give it to you. So you need to be aware. That was a warning to me. That was a warning. And it also means that in the dream, whoever was sitting next to me has a lot of bad energy aimed at me, though they smile in my face. You ever heard that song, smile in your face, you know, something, and then they stab you back, stab us, or whatever. I can't remember. My mom and daddy used to play it. So I listen. So if y'all start seeing repeated numbers, or you have a dream, write down your dreams, because sometimes the Most High is trying to speak through you. And ask your spirit guides, say, spirit guides, please guide me and let me know what this means. And half the time, you know, you got a little inkling about what might be going on or what's happening, because a lot of us ignore our intuition. Don't ignore intuition, honey. No matter if somebody looking in your face and telling you, you don't know what you're talking about, or if somebody lying to you. It's like maybe a couple of weeks ago, I kept having this repeated dream about this person, this trailer. It was like a mobile home. And it kept coming back. The dream kept coming back. And the first time I had the dream, I dreamt that the person that was in the chair in the dream I had last night was in that mobile home. And he was doing so, because I've never seen that side of him, but he was like smoking weed, and he was like drinking something. I think the bottle said Hennessy on it. And I say, why do I keep having this dream? I say, I've never seen him drink. I've never seen him smoke, or, you know, but maybe there's a whole different side to this person that I don't know. Maybe he's so good at lying that he is a very good actor and do not share that part of his life, because I don't know anything about that side of his life. I thought he was just like, I guess he a clean cut. At least that is my interpretation. But still, I kept getting that gut feeling. No matter how it looked on the outside, I still got the gut feeling. And so I asked him about that dream and about what I saw about this mobile home. He said he didn't know anything about it, but I could tell he was lying. I could always tell when somebody lying, because it's like these little, like, let me see if I can describe, like pins or hair standing up on the back of your neck that you lying. So I asked, I said, do you ever go to some trailer or some mobile home to see some woman? And I said, in the dream, they live in the same proximity or somewhere near where you live. And he says, no. And I don't know, it was the way that he answered me that I got that little tickling in the back of my neck, which told me that the person was lying. So I'm telling you, the Most High will speak to you about certain things. So when 555 kept popping up, which means change and to get rid of the things that are no longer serving you, be open for something that is new and great, because when one door closes, the Most High has something bigger and better for you. So I'm just, after all this time, starting to really listen. Because one time my mom, she said, you need to listen to your gut feeling and your intuition, because most of the time you are right. And she said, I've known you, and whenever you ignore that feeling in the gut of your stomach, that's when things go wrong. So I've started to listen to my intuition. I've started to pay attention to my dreams. I've started to pay attention to numbers that pop up, because my angels, my spirit guides, and ancestors are trying to warn me. There is a thin veil between our physical life and the spirit world. So the spirits, they can still see us. Like my grandmama, you only change forms when you pass from this earth and your body gets tired or get damaged enough, your soul leaves your body. I mean, your physical body is dead, but your soul is still alive. So I know my grandmother watches me and guides me. My grandfather. I'm hoping that Steve, my first son's father, is also guiding me. They see everything that's going on over here. And sometimes they try to help you. And when you see those numbers and have those dreams or those feelings in the gut of your stomach, that's them trying to protect you. So let them protect you and listen to it. But I'm glad you guys came in to visit. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the little bell where you can get notifications when I come on, because I'm going to go through this spiritual journey where I'm going to start really listening to my intuition and really start paying attention to my dreams. And when something happens, I'm going to share it with you. Maybe somebody else can learn from it. So I will be sharing it with you. You guys have a wonderful day, and may God bless you and keep you.